and welcome to part 38 in my Japanese for Beginners series. In this lesson, we are going to cover the verb ending tari. And this lesson corresponds to page 255 of the Genki Volume 1 textbook, but don't worry, even if you don't have the textbook, you'll still be able to follow along just fine. では始めましょう。So to convert a verb to its tari form, all you have to do is put it in plain past tense and then add ri to the end of it. And that's it. So here are some examples of verbs in their tari form. To see, mitari. To eat, tabetari. To sing, utattari. To go, ittari. To exercise, undo shitari. So great, now you know how to do that. But what does it exactly mean and what function does it serve? So do you remember a few lessons back we covered particle ya? It's basically like to, which is and. However, it has this etc. vibe to it. So just as a quick refresher, if I were to say pantsu to soksu, that means pants and socks or panties and socks. But if I were to say pantsu ya soksu, that means like panties and socks, etc. Or things like panties and socks, not even necessarily panties and socks, just like things in that category, probably including panties and socks. And that is exactly what the tari ending of a verb does. It's kind of like particle ya for verbs. So here is a sentence that illustrates this. 今日は本を読んで映画を見ます. We learned this a long time ago. If you want to do a sentence, if you want to do like two verbs in a sentence, today I'm going to do this verb and I'm going to do this verb. You use the te form of the verb to connect them. So 本を読んで, the te form of yomu, to read, and then 映画を見ます. 見ます is our second verb. So today I'm going to read a book and watch a movie. That's how you would say just your basic, I'm going to do these two things, exactly this, literally, I'm going to read a book and I'm going to watch a movie. But if you're not quite sure what you're going to do, you might do some other things besides read a book or watch a movie, or, you're kind of planning on reading a book or watching a movie, but you're not really sure. A lot of us can relate to that nowadays. You would use tari. So rewriting the sentence with tari, 今日は本を読んだり、映画を見たりします. So today I'm going to do things like read a book and watch a movie. And so here's the formula for using tari to talk about two verbs that you're going to do. Activity A, tari. Activity B, tari shimasu or suru. So it's like a verb tari, another verb tari, and then you always finish it up with suru or shimasu. And if you listen to the English translation, today I'm going to do things like verb A and verb B, to do, suru, shimasu. So it makes logical sense that you would have the shimasu or the suru at the end of the sentence. So here's some more sentences. 今日はビリーが遊んだり寝たりした. So in this case, the suru is in its past, plain past tense at the end of the sentence, so it's past tense. Today, 今日はBillyが, Billy, played, slept, etc. Today, Billy did things like playing and sleeping. 来年は旅行したり、レストランで食べたりしたいな。Relatable. So 来年は, as for next year, 旅行したり, so 旅行する is to go on trips, to travel. So do things like travel. And レストランで at a restaurant, 食べたり, eat at a restaurant and such. したいな, so in this case the suru is in its I want to do form of itself. So next year I want to do things like travel and eat at restaurants. And then that na at the end is like, oh man, wouldn't it be nice if, or gee. 日本にいたとき、もっと人とお話ししたり、遊んだりしたかった. So now I'm using yet another form of suru. I'm just throwing them all in there. So this したかった, if you might remember from the last lesson, is wanted to do. So I'm talking about things that I wanted to do. 日本にいたとき, that very first part of the sentence. So 日本にいた was in Japan, and then toki means like the time when I was in Japan. So 日本にいたとき, when I was in Japan, I wanted to do some things. What did I want to do? もっと more. 人とお話ししたり. So お話しする is to chat with somebody, to talk with somebody. So 人と is like with a person or with people. So more talk with people and such. 遊んだり, that means to play. Although literally it means to play, but it's like more to visit, to hang out with people. So the whole sentence means, when I was in Japan, I wish I had done more things like talking with people and hanging out with them. Here is another sentence. You're not finishing this one with suru. There's a little something after the suru. So YouTube を見たり、manga を読んだりするのが好きです。So remember koto and no from a few lessons ago? So if you have something, a block of something, のが好きです, that means I like doing this block of something. So I like doing YouTube を見たり, watching YouTube videos, watching YouTube, 映画を読んだり, 映画, manga, they look similar, the kanji, 映画, manga. Manga を読んだり, so reading manga, するのが好きです. So I like doing things like watching YouTube and reading manga. This is true. And now we are on to the review section of this video. I'm going to say the model sentences, and there are timestamps in the video description below and in a pinned comment at the top of the comment section, so you can click on each model sentence and then pause after I've said the sentence and then practice saying it on your own. And if you want to repeat certain sentences but not others, just use the timestamps to navigate. You can also change the speed in the YouTube playback. Make me go faster or slower, whichever one you want. And also, hey, there are a lot of other people doing this on YouTube, other sources on the internet to learn Japanese, and I have a list of them in the video description. Check those out as well. 今日は本を読んだり、映画を見たりします。今日はビリーが遊んだり寝たりした。来年は旅行したり、レストランで食べたりしたいな。日本にいたとき、もっと人とお話ししたり、遊んだりしたかった。YouTube を見たり、manga を読んだりするのが好きです。Thanks for watching! In the next lesson, you are going to learn how to either express an opinion or to defend or explain yourself with to omoimasu and desu. Thank you to all the patrons who support this and the other series on this channel. If you felt like this was too easy for you, I have a video and a playlist floating above my head. One where I teach Japanese through anime songs, another where I teach Japanese through Sailor Moon episodes, one word at a time. If those appeal to you, click on those. Otherwise, stick with this series if you felt like it was a good pace for you, and I hope to see you in the next lesson. Mata ne!